going to show you a couple things here and explain to you why I think that the market is low. Now, there's no doubt that the market is 100% up over last year, but you got to remember last year it was just like dead starting, all that. So let's start with this. Like, this is the first column here is week over week. So from January 25th to January 31st versus the week of February 1st to February 2nd. So your spot load posts have went up 4.6%, right? And your spot truck posts, which means, I'll show you right here, the trucks that were posted to DAT. Now, this is not the trucks that are looking for loads. This is people that post their truck. So that's only up 3%. Now, over the month, the load board freight post is down 0.4%. The trucks are down 0.28%. Now, this is the very important one right here. So your post for freight is up 67.9%, right? And your spot truck is down 18.3%. So that's the market as a whole. And you can see where week to week, the freight's getting better, 5.1%, van load to truck, and the rates are only up 0.1%. So over the month, it's down, which is no surprise because we're talking about Christmas month, you know what I mean, December. So now, over the year, it's up 92%, but the spot rates are up 25%. Now, you're going to say, well, Hotshot, that sounds great. That sounds great. But when you come down here, we're still at 250. No, that's reefer. We're still at 229 a mile, guys. Like, for all the freight, for it being up 67% and down 18.3% spot trucks, and what this means to me is that there's more loads not being covered. There's more trucks running contractual freight. So, like, there's guys that are running freight for people they know. Or this is people just picking loads off the load board. Now, this can also kind of be skewed because if you're not desperate looking for a load, you're not going to post your truck, And last year was one of them issues. But the fact that it over a week it went up 5.1%, the van load to trucks, but yet the rate, you might as well say it didn't even go up, And look at reefer, 13.9% it went up. The rates went up 0.8%. Now, this is what I think is holding us back, and the brokers know it. But you just can't let them hold you. So fuel is going up. Went up 0.8%. It went up 3.7% over last month, right? But over the year, it's down 12%. So this month last year, we were paying 12% more for fuel, which we all know that. Last week, your average price was $2.74, and I'm seeing a lot of $2.90s and $3 coming up. It's definitely going to get higher, but you can see how freight is going up over here, but your rates are dropping. Like, The rate. Why are the rates coming down if the freight is so good? And the freight is good, and I'm still getting some 280, 290, some $3 a mile, but they're harder to find. Um, but that's because people are taking these subpar rates. Like, just because this tells you your average, you know, it's not what you want to do. So spot rates hold firm, but yet your contract rates rise. Does that make sense? So, like, contractual freight is going up, which means the brokers are getting more money, but they're paying us less. And that's because we're allowing them. It's because we're taking them. You know, if you're gonna take the freight for $2 a mile, they're gonna let you. Now, let me tell you a big secret to these prices and this loads, and I've noticed this. Um, it's the timing you book. If you're one of those guys that cannot sleep if you're not booked out for a week, you're gonna get this lower freight, this lower prices rate, because you got to play them on the squeeze. Like, if the load needs loaded at 4 o'clock and you call it 2, you've got more pressure and leverage than if you call the day before. Because brokers have no problem holding out till last minute, but truckers do. For some reason, with all this freight, they are scared that we're not going to get any loads. Now, let's look at what the load board. Let's look at how many loads are on the whole load board. And I'm not going to go through spots and all that stuff, but let's just see. So here you can see there's a good bit of split markets or heavy markets. Like, I don't know if you guys watch it, but Sammy from Makes Sense, he goes over all these numbers. Then he does spot checks. So I'm not going to do that because I don't want to infringe on what he's been doing for a long time. And I watch that and I use it, and it's very, very good. But, like, see how Alabama's got more coming out than going in? That's the numbers you want. Like, that means they're squeezed to get the trucks moved. They're like Arizona, they're gonna hold out on you. Arkansas, you're gonna run that. California, they're gonna run. Colorado, they're gonna run. Because if you have 800 loads going in or 800 trucks, if you only got half of them that can get loads out, well, that means the broker's in charge. And there was another spot I seen the other day. Let me see if I can find it. This DAT, guys, I'm telling you, is very, um, it's a good tool for, really seeing what's going on. Here it is. All right, so you can see your rates now: 210, 218, 211, 260, 228. Now I know these are the averages, but now there's no question this Midwest is hot. No question. But depending on where you're going, this here could be hot too. Now, you guys know me. I don't play around in the South as much. But I have been running Oklahoma, Texas lately. And, the rates have been, kind of steady. But I think they need to go up. But as long as you have guys that are believing this is what it should be because they're not researching and they're not going on the brokers, then that's what you're going to get. Now, another little thing I've noticed that they play is the look at these rates: 240, 290, 259. You know, that's flatbed. You know, reefer is pretty high. You know, it's getting there. But, another thing I've noticed is the ones that put the price, like, that's they're the no nonsense ready to roll brokers. There's no price. You can squeeze them and you can bump them up, but you better have your negotiating tactics on point. Better run your 15-day average off DAT. Use it for leverage, you know, because that's what they're going to use. If you ask for above 15-day average, they're going to come back and say, oh, well, we've been booking it for this. But yet, they're way below that, you know, like, and the sad part is you have guys that will run the freight like that. Um, so as of right now, like, because of the weather, now, and I don't do it, I'm not doing it. I thought about it and decided not to. This is a hot spot right now because of the weather. You can get $3 a mile going in on the long haul all day long here. You know, these are a little hot, not as hot. I was just through here. I didn't see anything spectacular in that area, but in my opinion, these areas right here, that's where I want to be. Boom, 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 boom. So, guys, I hope this helps you to kind of understand where supply and demand is real, but supply and demand is not it's not what they go by until it's beneficial. They're gonna try to squeeze you every bit they can. You know, now van load to truck ratio, like 2019 and 20, we are so much higher right now. Look at it. Boom. So there's 4.27 loads to every truck. But yet we're running 2 to 220 a mile freight. Come on, guys. Bump that up. Bump it up. Bump it up. And I can't, but we can, guys. Like, if I do it and you do it and he does it and she does it, like, it's going to go up and they have to. And you're going to say, well, there's always guys that run the cheap freight. You're right. But if it's a 50-50 shot, your rate's going to go up. So, guys, I hope this helped you. Let me know what you think about these type of videos. Kind of going into the market, you know, what I see, what I'm looking at to do my work. Like, this is what I do too. You know, I do the same type of deal. Spot rate. Like, this is your spot market rates. And that's your contract. So, yeah, contract pays more, but, you know, it um, shouldn't be that way because, my opinion, these are the pressure loads. That spot market is pressure. These here, they know they're being covered. But the thing with the contract freight is it doesn't fluctuate. It does not move. Like, as you see, very rarely does it move. But, alright, guys. So like I said, let me know if you like these videos. Give me a thumbs up in the comments. And also, while you're doing that, let me know what you run. Cars, van, freight, flatbed. What are you doing? What are you running? What's your market look like? I'd like to have somebody, with a different angle, on the call. But look, so right now, we're playing with August territory, guys. July and August, we're playing with summer freight numbers. Yeah, we're still getting winter freight rates. Get it up there, guys. Get it up, get it up, get it up. All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. We're going to get on up the road. We've got to get moving. We've got to get money to get this dropped off. Like, share, subscribe. If you're interested in truck industry news, how-tos, and just blogs on what we do, make sure you hit that notification bell so you get the notifications when we go live and drop that knowledge. But until then, I will see you tomorrow. Peace.